Welcome.
Now
We are on
Boaz
day
went up to the gate and
97
sat
of
down
the
there.
chronological
And
Bible
behold,
in a
the
year.
Redeemer of whom
Take a
Boaz
breath
spoke
and
was
take a
passing
moment
by.
to
So
celebrate
he said,
that you have set this
"Come
time
over here,
aside
friend.
to hear God's
Sit
word.
down here."
Let's begin
And he came over
in
and
Ruth
sat down.
chapter 1.
Then he took 10 men
Now
of
it
the
came
elders
about
of the
in the
city
days
and
when the
said,
judges governed
"Sit down here."
that there was a famine
So
in
they
the
sat
land.
down. And a man
And
of
he said to the Redeemer,
Benjamin in Judah
Naomi,
went to
who
reside
has
in the land of
returned
Moab,
from the land of
with
Moab,
his wife and his 2 sons,
has to sell the plot of land
The
which
name of the
belongs to
man
our
was
brother
Elimelech, and the name of his wife
So I
Naomi.
thought that I would inform
and the
you,
names of his 2
saying,
sons
buy it
were Mahlon
before
and
those who are
Chilion,
sitting here and before the
Ephrathites
elders
of
of my
Benjamin in
people.
Judah.
If you will redeem
So they
it,
entered the
redeem
land
it.
of Moab,
But
and
if
remained
not,
there.
tell me, so that I may
Then
know.
Elimelech,
For there is no one
Naomi's
except
husband,
you
died,
to redeem it,
and she was
and
left
I am
with
after
her 2
you.
sons.
And he
And
said,
they took for
I will
themselves
redeem it.
Moabite women as wives.
Then Boaz said, on the day you
And
buy the
the
field
name
from
of
the hand of
one
Naomi,
was Orpah,
you must also
and the name of
acquire
the
Ruth,
other,
the
Ruth.
Moabitess,
And they
the
lived
widow
there
of the
about
deceased,
10 years.
in order to raise up
Then
the name
both
of the deceased
Mahlon
on his
and
inheritance.
Chilion also
Then the
died.
Redeemer said,
And the woman was left
I
without
cannot
her 2
redeem
sons
it
and
for
her
myself.
husband.
Otherwise,
Then
I would
she arose
jeopardize
with
my
her
own
daughters-in-law
inheritance.
to return from
Redeem
the
it
land of
for
Moab,
yourself,
because she had
you may
heard
have
in the
my
land
right
of
of
Moab
redemption,
that the Lord had visited
since I
his
cannot
people by
redeem
giving
it.
them food.
Now
So
this
she
was the
departed
custom
from the
in
place
former
where
times
she
in
was,
Israel
and
concerning
her 2
the
daughters-in-law
redemption
with her,
and the
and
exchange
they
of
went
land
on the
to
way
confirm any
to
matter.
return to the
A
land of
man
Judah.
removed his sandal and
But
gave it to
Naomi
another.
said to her 2
And this was the
daughters-in-law,
way of confirmation
"Go,
in Israel.
return each of you
So
to
the
your mother's
Redeemer
house.
said to Boaz,
May the Lord deal
buy it
kindly
for
with
yourself,
you, as you have
and he
dealt with the
removed his
dead and
sandal.
with me.
Then
May the
Boaz
Lord
said
grant
to
that
the
you
elders
find
and all
a
the
place of
people,
rest.
you are
Each
witnesses
one
today
in the house
that
of
I
her
have
husband."
bought
Then
from
she
the hand
kissed
of
them,
Naomi
and they
all
raised
that
their
belonged
voices and
to
wept.
Elimelech and all that
However,
belonged
they said to
to
her,
Chilion and Mahlon.
"No, but we will
Furthermore,
return with you
I have
to your
acquired
people."
Ruth the Moabitess,
But Naomi
the
said,
widow of Mahlon,
"Return,
to
my
be my
daughters.
wife.
Why
In
should
order
you
to
go
raise
with
up
me?
the name of
Do
the
I
deceased
still have
on his
sons in my
inheritance,
womb, that they may be
so
your
that the name of
husbands?
the deceased will not
Return,
be
my daughters.
eliminated from
Go,
his brothers,
for I am too
or
old
from
to
the
have a
court of his
husband.
birthplace.
You
If
are
I
witnessed
said I have
today.
hope,
If I were even to
and
have
all
a
the
husband
people
tonight,
who were in the court
and also
and
give
the
birth to
elders
sons,
said,
we are
would
witnesses.
you therefore wait until
May the
they
Lord
were grown?
make the woman who was
Would you
coming
therefore
into your
refrain
home
from marrying,
like Rachel and
no,
Leah,
my daughters,
both of
for
whom
it is much
built the
more
house
bitter
of
for
Israel,
me than for you.
and may you
because
achieve
the hand
wealth
of the Lord has
and
come out
Ephrathah
against me,
and become famous in Bethlehem."
and they raised their voices
Moreover,
and wept
may
again.
your house
and
be
Orpah
like the house
kissed her
of
mother-in-law,
Perez,
but
whom
Ruth
Tamar
clung to her.
bore
Then
to
she
Judah.
said, through the
"Behold,
descendants,
your
whom
sister-in-law
the
has
Lord will
gone
give
back to
you
her
by
people
this
and
young
her
woman.
gods. Return after your sister-in-law." But
Thank
Ruth
you
said,
for listening.
"Do not
I pray
plead with
that
me
the
to
seed
leave
of
you,
God's word
or to
will be
turn back
planted
from
in your
following
heart,
you.
and will
For where
continue
you
to
go,
grow.
I will go, and where you sleep, I will sleep. Your people shall be my people, and your God my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. May the Lord do so to me, and worse, if anything but death separates me from you." When she saw that she was determined to go with her, she stopped speaking to her about it. So they both went on until they came to Benjamin. And when they had come to Benjamin, all the city was stirred because of them. And the women said, "Is this Naomi?" But she said to them, "Do not call me Naomi, call me Mara, for the Almighty has dealt very bitterly with me. I went away full, but the Lord has brought me back empty. Why do you call me Naomi, since the Lord has testified against me, and the Almighty has afflicted me?" So Naomi returned, and with her Ruth the Moabitess, her daughter-in-law, who returned from the land of Moab. And they came to Bethlehem at the beginning of the barley harvest. Now Naomi had a relative of her husband, a man of great wealth, of the family of Elimelech, whose name was Boaz. And Ruth the Moabitess said to Naomi, "Please let me go to the field and glean among the ears of grain, following one in whose eyes I might find favor." And she said to her, "Go, my daughter." So she left and went and gleaned in the field after the reapers. And she happened to come to the portion of the field belonging to Boaz, who was of the family of Elimelech. Now behold, Boaz came from Bethlehem and said to the reapers, May the Lord be with you. And they said to him, May the Lord bless you. Then Boaz said to his servant who was in charge of the reapers, Whose young woman is this? And the servant in charge of the reapers replied, She is the young Moabite woman who returned with Naomi from the land of Moab. And she said, Please let me glean and gather after the reapers among the sheaves. So she came and has remained from the morning until now. She has been sitting in the house for a little while. Then Boaz said to Ruth, Listen carefully, my daughter. Do not go to glean in another field. Furthermore, do not go on from this one, but join my young women here. Keep your eyes on the field which they reap, and go after them. Indeed, I have ordered the servants not to touch you. When you are thirsty, go to the water jars and drink from what the servants draw. Then she fell on her face, bowing to the ground, and said to him, Why have I found favor in your sight, that you should take notice of me, since I am a foreigner? Boaz replied to her, All that you have done for your mother-in-law after the death of your husband has been fully reported to me, and how you left your father and your mother and the land of your birth, and came to a people that you did not previously know. May the Lord reward your work, and may your wages be full from the Lord, the God of Israel, under whose wings you have come to take refuge. Then she said, I have found favor in your sight, my Lord, for you have comforted me, and indeed have spoken kindly to your servant, though I am not like one of your female servants. And at mealtime Boaz said to her, Come here, that you may eat of the bread, and dip your piece of bread in the vinegar. So she sat beside the reapers, and he served her roasted grain, and she ate and was satisfied and had some left. When she got up to glean, Boaz commanded his servants, saying, Let her glean even among the sheaves, and do not insult her. Also, you are to purposely slip out for her some grain from the bundles, and leave it, so that she may glean, and do not rebuke her. So she gleaned in the field until evening. Then she beat out what she had gleaned, and it was about an ephah of barley. And she picked it up and went into the city, and her mother-in-law saw what she had gleaned. She also took some out and gave Naomi what she had left after she was satisfied. Her mother-in-law then said to her, Where did you glean today, and where did you work? May he who took notice of you be blessed. So she told her mother-in-law with whom she had worked, and said, The name of the man with whom I worked today was Boaz. Naomi said to her daughter-in-law, May he be blessed of the Lord, who has not withdrawn his kindness from the living and from the dead. Again Naomi said to her, The man is our relative. He is one of our redeemers. Then Ruth the Moabitess said, Furthermore, he said to me, You are to stay close to my servants until they have finished all my harvest. And Naomi said to her daughter-in-law Ruth, It is good, my daughter, that you go out with this young woman, so that others do not assault you in another field. So she stayed close by the young women of Boaz, in order to glean until the end of the barley harvest and the wheat harvest, and she lived with her mother-in-law. Then her mother-in-law Naomi said to her, My daughter, shall I not seek security for you, that it may go well with you? Now then, is Boaz not a relative with whose young women you were? Behold, he is winnowing barley at the threshing floor tonight. Wash yourself, therefore, and anoint yourself, and put on your best clothes, and go down to the threshing floor, but do not reveal yourself to the man until he has finished eating and drinking. It shall be when he lies down that you shall take notice of the place where he lies, and you shall go and uncover his feet and lie down. Then he will tell you what you should do." And she said to her, "All that you say I will do." So she went down to the threshing floor and did according to all her mother-in-law had commanded her. When Boaz had eaten and drunk and his heart was cheerful, he went to lie down at the end of the heap of grain, and she came secretly and uncovered his feet and lay down. And it happened in the middle of the night that the man was startled and bent forward, and behold, a woman was lying at his feet. So he said, "Who are you?" And she answered, "I am Ruth, your slave. Now spread your garment over your slave, for you are a redeemer." Then he said, "May you be blessed of the Lord, my daughter. You have shown your last kindness to be better than the first, by not going after young men, whether poor or rich. So now, my daughter, do not fear. I will do for you whatever you say, for all my people in the city know that you are a woman of excellence. But now, although it is true that I am a redeemer, yet there is also a redeemer more closely related than I. Remain this night, and when morning comes, if he will redeem you, good, let him redeem you. But if he does not wish to redeem you, then I will redeem you, as the Lord lives. Lie down until morning." So she lay at his feet until morning, and got up before one person could recognize another. And he said, "Do not let it be known that the woman came to the threshing floor." Again he said, "Give me the shawl that is on you and hold it." So she held it, and he measured 6 measures of barley and laid it on her. Then she went into the city. When she came to her mother-in-law, she said, "How does it go, my daughter?" And she told her all that the man had done for her. She also said, "These 6 measures of barley he gave to me, for he said, 'Do not go to your mother-in-law empty-handed.'" Then she said, "Wait, my daughter, until you know how the matter turns out, for the man will not rest until he has settled it today."